Hello, incredible people. Good morning. Welcome to the Speak to Sell Yourself and Your Business show. Let me just unping my brother and ping myself instead so you get to see my face while I speak today, because it's all around confident. Well, confident self, how to become more confident, how to speak with confidence. And while I try and multitask, I'm removing the pin here, which means then you should be able to see me instead. Hold on a second. Herman, why are you still there?
Am I? Where I am.
I can only see you for the time being. And I cannot see, hold on, if I go like this, there we go,
Oh.
All good in the hood. Fantastic, people. So what did I say we were going to be speaking about today? At the Speak to Sell Yourself and Your Business show. By the way, we are live. So if you go to the Facebook group as well, you can watch this recording. You don't need to join us here if you don't want to. If you did, it would be amazing. Remember to share. Hold on, there's just something with my hair. Remember to share the link to people that you think could benefit from today's conversation as well. We got BB connecting today, joining us. Amazing stuff. Right before I get started with today's topic. BB, hello, how are you?
Hi there, good, thank you. Sorry, I was just getting myself set up.
Amazing, not to worry, we're warming up. I'm about to start with the topic, and feel free to, ask questions, contribute. This is, very open community. We are live streaming to our Facebook group as well, and we're expecting some more people to jump in during the call. So welcome.
Awesome. I got the mustard memo, by the way. I noticed I got the memo.
No, you did very well, because these other two people in the call, I think we're going to get rid of them soon. So we're going to kick them out before not following the branding. Yeah. Amazing. Great to have you with us. Actually, you don't have any of this color. Well, this is just for the VIPs.
I'm coming back. I think I've seen one. Okay.
Okay, cool. There we go. So it's going to get changed now. Right. So today it's all about confidence. How to speak with confidence, and how confidence can impact some other areas of your life. So I would like to start today by, let's just share between each other here. What is confidence? What is confidence? And, we can say confidence is self-belief. Yeah, believing that you can do it. Also, confidence is a muscle. It's a muscle. Well, I'm sure sharing my biceps. I haven't got much here, but, in the past I did. So it is a muscle we develop on a daily basis. And the fact that we are not confident when it comes to speaking, for example, doesn't mean that we don't have confidence in other areas of our lives. So I want you for a moment to really start thinking, well, if I'm not very confident when it comes to speaking, when it comes to speaking to sell, when it comes to promoting my business, where am I confident? Because what I want you to do is to start recognizing the structure of confidence. And by the way, I'm going to quickly stop the flow, because my brother, he thinks he's wearing the same color, but that isn't the same color. But thanks for trying. Thank you very much for trying. Okay, well, fantastic. Yeah, thank you very much. I mean, we can appreciate the effort. That's what it's all about. And he took action. So taking action is also very important. So I'm speaking about the confidence muscle that we develop on a daily basis as well. And also think about how we think when it comes to our confidence, because I love it. So many people come to me, and this is one of the problems. They come to me and they say, Jose, yes, I lack confidence. I don't have enough confidence when it comes to speaking. I don't have any confidence. I don't. Zero confidence. When I ask them from 1 to 10, in terms of your confidence, where are you? Let's just welcome Craig as well. In terms of your confidence from 1 to 10, where are you? I'm like a 4. I'm like a 3. I'm generalizing, of course, not everybody. But then what I love is the fact that they are, and you people, and sometimes I've been, so confident about my lack of confidence. It's just like we have it there. We carry, I lack confidence. I lack confidence. And you carry on repeating that to yourself on a daily basis. Every time you're going to speak, every time you're going to, you have an opportunity to shine, to share the best version of you. Welcome, Craig. Lovely to see you, buddy. Craig, all the way from Japan. Bibi, where are you dialing in from?
I'm from the Horsham in the UK, near Gatwick Airport.
Oh, near Gatwick. Okay, well, we are picking up our parents today, because we're celebrating my birthday this Saturday, so that we're picking them up tonight.
Oh, awesome. My birthday's a week Saturday, so happy birthday. That's why we must be in sync completely.
Wow, there's great sync here, because the colors, everything else. I'm only turning 40, so
Add another 4 years and that's me.
Well, there we go. Only 44. Yeah. So
Yeah.
it is the beginning of a new life.
Absolutely.
Amazing. Cool. So I was speaking about confidence, and I want you to think for a moment, why on earth? Let's just think about the why for a tiny moment. Every time you're going to put yourself in front of an audience, even if it's just a small group of people, or actually speaking about something you love, you're passionate, or selling yourself and your business, because, oh, I'm selling and I don't want to come across in a way, I don't want to, be perceived as this and that. So there's two things that might be happening in your head. And I'm going to go to the root of it. One, fear of rejection. What are they going to think about me? What if they don't like me? What if they don't, I don't belong in the end because they're going to reject me? And the second, think about it deeply, take a moment, fear of losing control. I'm going to lose control. What if when I say this, they react in a certain way? Or what if they don't like what I say? Or what if they're not interested? And what if, and we're using all of that, what if for the negative. So right now, speaking about how to change this, I'm going to give you a cool recipe, which is using the what if for the opposite. What if they do like what I say? What if even one person in the audience benefits from what I'm sharing, from my story? What if they like me? What if, whatever that might be, for the positive? And it's very simple, because the mind tends to focus on the negative, because the mind thinks, it's keeping us safe from lions and the jungle and everything else. I don't see any lions around apart from my cat, who actually I ask him to stay outside because otherwise he likes to wind me up when I'm presenting. So what if nobody's chasing us? So what if actually, yeah, I'm feeling terrible today. What if I felt good? What could I do in order for that to happen? I was having a conversation the other day, a presentation like this, and then many people came, yes, Jose, because I have imposter syndrome. And the imposter syndrome I have is this specific imposter syndrome when I do this in front of someone and that person says this and that triggers the imposter syndrome. And I just went, okay, fine. Well, that could change. Absolutely. What I'm super impressed is about the amount of energy you've dedicated to work out what kind of imposter syndrome you've got that is stopping you from doing or achieving what you want, in actually, instead of right away looking for a solution. I'm feeling this way. Okay, what's going on? How would I like to feel different? People nowadays, unless there is something major going on in here, and then you may need to go to therapy, 99% of the people I speak to, it's all brain farts. Yes, you carry your farty brains with you everywhere you go. So you're full of it most of the time. So it's about clearing that brain, clearing that fog, and beginning to ask yourself some questions. And I'm going to provide a very cool, let me just welcome one more participant. I'm going to be providing another framework, which I love. But these are some of the problems, that lack of control, that fear of being rejected. So I want to ask you, what happens, okay, when you are not confident? What happens in your life when you are not confident? What are you missing out? Take a moment. Hello, Oluwapelumi. Wow, that is a name I'm going to struggle pronouncing, but it's okay. You are very welcome. I'm going to mute you because I know you're outside. You seem to be walking around, but welcome to today's session on confidence. Speaking with confidence. I know Craig, I think, is having issues to connect and reconnect. It's all good. So what would happen if you didn't work on your confidence today? And right after this call, you take action somehow to start thinking different, to start building that muscle. What could you do? That's the next question. But what are you missing out? I'll give you some examples. I'm not very confident about speaking. And then my boss comes to me and says, Jose, we have an incredible opportunity to promote our services in front of a Spanish-speaking audience, which is, my mother tongue, I could say, yeah, it is. You see, right away, you're missing that opportunity. You're not saying yes to it. What else are you missing out because of not working on your confidence and because of leaving it as an excuse? Because that's easy to say, oh, no, I'm not good at it, because it's difficult. It's challenging. It's just, I need to work on it. You may see me or may not see me as a confident person. This is something I work on a daily basis. If you ask me how many times, they asked me yesterday, how many times are you speaking every month, apart from Clubhouse, because if I count Clubhouse, I'm looking at 20 times per month at least. Outside Clubhouse, at least 10 more times, apart from the show as well. I'm working on my craft. Every time I'm going to be delivering a different subject, something else, I get nervous. I feel uncertain. Yes. So what is the process? That's the process I'm about to share now. I created, I didn't have slides, so I created, right before, because I was celebrating last night and I woke up this morning. What do I want to speak about? So I created a short list here just to make sure, I follow the flow instead of just giving you the same slides and everything else. And by the way, if you have any questions, you can use the chat. Hold on a second. I think there's some things in the chat here. Hello. Okay. So you guys saying hello and everything else, having issues with Zoom. People, feel free as well to drop your LinkedIn's if you want to connect and anything else. Remember that we are live streaming to our Facebook group. This recording is going to be emailed to you as well. So thank you so much for being here with us today. So I got my super list here. And what I'm going to show you now, and I'm going to share the screen. Dun, 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 dun. Can you see this pyramid in there? The framework? Cool. I'm going to say, people, this is life-changing. This framework, when I learned it, I was stuck in, I'm not going to say in, in front of an audience or anything like that. I was stuck in my life. Understanding this framework gave me the ability and the strategy, the structure that I can replicate to so many other areas of my life. So I loved it so much that if you hear me speak, maybe over 80% of the time, I will make a reference to this. This is called neurological levels, the pyramid of influence. Many more things. It's being represented as an onion as well as you peel the layers and everything else. But let's just apply it to confidence, okay? To the challenges we face with our confidence when it comes to speaking to sell, when it comes to speaking in front of an audience, when it comes to sharing our opinion, okay? I said it was a muscle, yes, but before we start building that muscle, what do we need to do? One thing I want you to think about is, what do you think about right before you are confident? Right before you're confident, what do you think about? What happens right before you're confident? You can decide to type in the chat or unmute yourselves, or that's okay if you're just thinking about it. What happens right before you're confident?
I'd say right before you're confident is what you're thinking about. And if you're thinking about positive and confident things, then you will come across that way. But if you're thinking negatively, then you'll take that route. Okay, Bibi, so give me something whenever you are confident, what are you thinking about right before that? Just an example for you to share with the audience. My example is, so last night I had a rehearsal with my band to audition some drummers, and beforehand was nervous about it, but then remembered what it is, how it is that makes me feel when I'm doing that. And so I was thinking about the performance and enjoying it, and therefore was feeling confident beforehand. Oh, beautiful. So you already went ahead of this presentation when I speak about future pacing. You were in a way future pacing yourself, putting yourself in the place of having done it already, or remembering when you've done it, which is a bit of an anchor then that you carry in there. Fantastic. Thank you so much, Bibi, for sharing. And how did the performance go? Oh, it went fantastically. Thank you very much. Yeah, we've got to a level where we're gig ready, and we've had our first gig a few weeks ago. So unfortunately, the drummer left, so we needed to audition another one last night. But yeah, well on my way to making a success. Amazing. Well, where can we join you for this? I mean, is there a place we can go? Where can we listen to you? Tell us. Now, this is an opportunity. You've spoken about it. You're confident about it. Your opportunity to sell it. Well, we have a Facebook group called @SugarHoneyCovers. We are a covers band that we do rock songs. So that's, yeah, @SugarHoneyCovers. And yeah, you can find us on Facebook. But I also am a singer-songwriter and do my own things. And you can find me as @BBPhoenix, and that's FEENIX. And it's just 2-letter B, so @BBPhoenix. Amazing. Anything can happen in this community. Bibi, thank you so much. And I'm going to ask Rasmi to get in touch with you so that you can provide at least one of the links, and we will add it, because this is, think about it, a resource that we shared today. So we will add it to the email, so the whole database, all the community receives it, and hopefully they'll take action. People take action. Click those links and see what there's always something that you can benefit from. Bibi, it is a pleasure. Thank you so much for sharing. Thank you so much for stepping up. This is what I'm talking about, people. If you're lacking that confidence, sometimes just think that you can, and give yourself
the opportunity, say yes. So let's look at this pyramid for a moment, and what it represents are the different levels from which we as human beings operate from. Okay, so what do I mean when I operate from environment and then let's say behavior and everything else? I could be operating from bottom to top, which is what we generally do unconsciously, and then I come to my environment, which could be this today. You know, I'm here broadcasting from home and I'm seeing you people, and then my behavior is, in terms of confidence, I speak with confidence or not. So I behave with a lack of confidence. And that's it. That's everything I have. And that's what I keep on repeating myself. I lack confidence. I don't know what to say. My mind is going blank. I'm losing my train of thought. My voice is trembling. And I can't even reconnect with that because I've had moments like that in my life in the past. Hold on a second. We got another participant joining. So what can you do differently? Because at that moment, if you think about it, you're a bit stuck. Unless you have the resources to think, okay, I'm feeling like this today. What can I do next time? What can I learn? What can I, what skills and qualities and things do I have in order to support me behave differently? But unless you have asked yourself that question, then you're stuck in that behavioral level, operating from your behavior in front of your environment, reacting to it instead of responding. And as you go a level up, then you have all of your beliefs and values. So you have everything that you know, but then, what we spoke about, what do I believe about the situation? What do I believe about myself? What do I believe about my confidence? Why is this important? What's important about what I'm doing right now? If we don't ask those questions, we are not changing at a higher level. We're still stuck with what we got in front of us. And in many occasions, we know, oh yeah, okay, I need to learn how to speak in public. Yeah, so I'm going to go and attend this training, and I'm going to go on Google. And now I know exactly how to structure a story. But then that story is coming from you. So if you're not connected, if you're not congruent, if you're lacking that confidence because that's what you believe at a beliefs level, how is that cascading down? A mess. You're coming across as something else, as not confident, insecure, whatever that might be. Even when having the skills. How many people do you know that have loads of skills? I've studied this for ages. I've attended so many different trainings. I've been trained by this and that and this and that. And when you hear them speak, it's just like, yeah, but but you're not that great. What's going on? And it might not be the skills. It might be the beliefs, the values. And if we go up, what do we have? Identity. People get very confused when they say to me, Jose, I'm lacking confidence and I'm very insecure. And then I just go and ask, who are you when you go and speak? Huh? What? Who am I? Yeah. And then people get a bit puzzled with that question. Yeah. Who are you? So if I ask you, who are you when you're actually Bibi, can I pick? Well, this is not picking on you. It's asking you the question. Who are you right before you go and play in your band?
I am BB Phoenix. I am myself. I'm ready to go on stage. I am there. I am the joyful giver. I am the entertainer, and I am energy. That's who I am just before I go on stage.
How important is that? Imagine if you decided to be at that point, the BB that didn't know how to play instruments or to sing or to perform when you started, or connect with something else that is not serving you, which we could do. I mean, I could right now, baby. Thank you so much for sharing. It is a pleasure to have you here with us as well, like everyone else. And we've got Jose, Herman, Rashmi. We got Craig coming in and out. But Craig, remember, you will receive the recording, like all of you watching this. Feel free to share it as well with the people you know that you think can benefit from this. Imagine, Bibi, Herman, Craig, that right before this, I think, because I'm also the Venezuelan with the accent. So what if I actually just connect with that identity? I'm the Venezuelan with the accent. And maybe I didn't, I could have prepared enough more for today, even though this is a topic that I always cover, but I could have done slides, although I decided not to. But, I could add all of that crap into my thinking, all of those farts. How do you think that identity is going to cascade down? Right away, I don't believe in the topic I'm going to be delivering. I don't connect with the skills I have. And then how do I behave? Poorly. I mean, poorly in terms of performance, if you want to call it something, in front of that environment. But what if Like Bibi said, I connect. Yes, I'm the guy with the accent, but I'm the guy with the accent who's traveled the world, that's spoken in different languages. Therefore, I've got an accent. The guy who left home many years ago to pursue his dreams, the guy who speaks on a daily basis, the guy, I am the person willing to give it my best, even though I celebrated my birthday last night until late. Here I am today because I love it. You see, all of that is here. And then it goes through my being, and I'm aligned. I'm loving it. When I'm loving it, I don't need pieces of paper. I don't need many things, because everything is just within me. This is a powerful state that we can all achieve. And I'm just giving you the structure to do just that. And what I'm giving you, stay down upwards. Okay. So you start at the bottom where you generally are, and then you go up, you work yourself up to the point in which we speak about purpose. So I'm going to now ask Herman, for example, what is your purpose when it comes to speaking to sell or speaking? And I know you're a bit sick today, so you need to recover, because we're going to party this Saturday.
Yeah, that's why I'm quieter than normal. What's my sorry, it just came into mind. I'm speaking like Frank Sinatra, like the voice. It's like that tone of voice is very
like
very
Frank
basic.
Sinatra. Well,
Yeah.
brother, okay, please have some respect for the man.
Sorry. Okay, what's coming back?
What's your purpose?
Coming back to the purpose.
Stop rambling. Yeah, what's the purpose?
Okay, my purpose, I think, is to help people. I like to help people. For example, my latest on my latest speech and my latest presentations, what I want them to take away is just the knowledge I'm giving them, like as much as possible. So I think that's one of the main things that moves me. And the other one is to keep on becoming that authority in my field. Like, people come to me. I like the fact that people come to me to ask me, do you know how to do this with the camera, or to do that, or to I don't know, adjust the audio, and how to get better lighting in your room, etc.
Okay.
I think that's
okay. Well, yeah, that's part of it. And by the way, thank you so much, Herman. We have different purposes. It doesn't have to be like the one, and it doesn't have to be necessarily that you want to change the world. It might be that you just want to help a few people every day, or it might be that you just want to love your wife. For me today, it could be to love my cat more and be kind to him. That could be like I call them mini purposes. Yeah. So I have my mini purposes, and then the big thing. For me, the big thing is the one that leads me kind of long term, which is to carry on speaking worldwide and impact more people's lives, grow this community. I would love to see more Bibis in this community, and Rashmis and Craigs from all over the world connecting, sharing, even plugging in what they do as well, because that's the whole idea. If you feel confident about what you do, if you got that purpose in place, you just go. I mean, someone asks you something, and then, yeah, this is what I stand for. This is who I am. This is what I believe in. This is why this is important for me. And those three elements are the key to that confidence, or to part of it. Think about it. Who are you? Then I want you to start, when you wake up in the morning, start operating from the top. What's your purpose? And it might be just the purpose for the day. By the end of today, I want to finish everything that I have planned, and I want to feel energized. Similar to what Bibi mentioned. So you think of outcomes, how you're going to be at that moment, future pacing it. And that is your purpose for the day. So what do you believe about everything you're going to be doing that day for that to happen? And what's important to you about that? What is that going to enable you to achieve, or to do, or to feel like? And you may need to ask the question, well, what do I need to learn? Or what do I need to do differently? Or what kind of skills and resources can I draw in from? Or who do I need to ask for help? You see, as you just beautifully cascading down to each one of them, what is that behavior? That behavior is the kind of, you become the kind of people, when they see you, just like, wow, I mean, she's confident. Wow. I love the way he I was going to say he moves. Yes, if I was dancing, but he manages himself. I love the way, she walks, how she speaks. You're only looking at the tip of the iceberg. You're only looking at that behavior, but what is the structure behind it? What are their thinking patterns, sequences of thoughts that lead to an outcome? Bibi shares some. Is that positivity? Yes. And also that resourcefulness. It's that connection with purpose, that clarity. Because when you have clarity about the purpose, and of course you've done the work and you've prepared and all of the other things, I can mention some rituals as well that you can do on a daily basis, you are shining. And then people connect with that unconsciously, first of all. That's why sometimes it's not just enough just working on your skills, like, yeah, fine, but work on the higher levels or deeper levels. Because this is powerful. And that's why, when you see that, people are aligned, yeah, congruent. That's what's happening within. This is a version of it, of course. But then people are connecting to the tip of the iceberg. They don't know what's underneath. And then now you can even take this. You can even take this and start helping people to reconnect with that. I use this even to prepare for my audience. So I think ahead. I speak to the organizers, the event organizers. So who's the audience? What kind of people are going to be coming? Is it like open to everyone, or are they coming from a specific industry? And then, what's in it for them is the first question I ask myself. What's my giveaway to them? Kind of my purpose. And then from there, I start cascading down. What do they believe? What would they like to take away in terms of, new skills, new capabilities, depending on the industry they're at? It will not be 100% accurate, but I'm doing a lot of work to put myself in their shoes. Empathy. When you're selling, empathy and authority. So empathy, I'm going to be able to connect differently with them at a deeper level, which creates all of that trust element, absolutely. But then I'm going to be sharing as well skills, things that they can apply, because I understand where they are, where they're coming from in a way, what they might need. So I position myself also as the authority, the guide, the person providing the plan for them to achieve their goals. And that builds respect for people to buy from you. Yes, trust is needed, but without respect and belief that you can help them achieve what they want, they may still not buy. Apart from them providing call to actions and things like this, but that is key. And you can also use this tool for that. And I'm just thinking that there could be a specific session on this, how to use it for some other purposes. So I think I'm going to be for now, what are we looking at? 30 minutes talking here. Let me just ask you a question now, people. How are you so far? How do you think you can start implementing this in your lives? Let's open the mic. Craig, can you talk, buddy? Because I know sometimes you are commuting.
Yeah, maybe a bit noisy where I am.
Okay, well, sounds good at the moment. Would you like to share? Okay, let's see. Okay, Craig. So Craig is going to be adding there. Bibi, I don't know, your body changed, so you're about to push a button in there. Yeah. Whoop.
Yeah, sorry. Can you say that again? My daughter walked past and I was about to start speaking and I forgot what I was going to say. So what was it you asked?
Beautiful. So based on what you've heard so far and looking at this framework, how do you think you can utilize it?
For me, the singing, as I've said, the singing part's all good there, and it's taken me many years of working on myself, my confidence to be there. But for me, this is about the speaking side of things. And I was sitting thinking about it whilst you were talking, and I need to be more proactive in terms of just showing up, I think, with my speaking and allowing that to come naturally into my world.
Amazing. Okay, so showing up more. So
yes.
showing up more in what way?
I have a group on Facebook called United Souls. I'm on a mission to reach and raise the vibration of people, humanity, whoever wants to, come into my frequency and into my world. But, by sharing the journey that I've been on and showing that where you stand is not where you need to stay, I have this mission that I want to become making a charity and all these things out of it. But I don't have it up and running in other than a group on Facebook, and without having the conversations like you are doing much today on this Zoom call and live on your Facebook, if I don't start showing up in that way, then it's not going to happen for me. So I need to become present and doing it. And I guess this is one of the mind games that I have with myself, that, finding time to do it is one of the excuses I tend to have, but actually perhaps there's more behind that in terms of how I'm feeling about myself, and rather than letting the unconscious mind or whichever talk about it, then I can actually just show up and start doing it.
Amazing. Thank you so much for sharing. I could ask you a few more questions, but let's not go too deep today. And I love your purpose, the clarity of that purpose and the reason why you want to do it. And then you've got here, so you can potentially play around with the identity, changing identities. And one thing I do when I say change identities, it's not change yourself, by the way. It's just thinking about the identity that may work best. Or, I mean, for example, you know, I'm the guy with the accent, or I'm the public speaker, I'm many things. Or sometimes just bringing them all in. When I come to a session like this, I bring everything in. I bring the husband, I bring the guy that shouts at the cat and then, you know, is sad and then, you know, goes and apologizes. I bring everything. I bring who I am, 100%. So think about those beliefs and decisions, Bibi, that you may have made in the past about who you are, about the things you do, what you do, how you do it. And there are many different ways in which you can work around it. But one is just, you know, turn them upside down. Use the what if. You know, yeah, I made that decision many years ago that it wasn't good enough. I'm speaking about myself because growing up, teenagers in Venezuela, they're cruel. And I think teenagers are a bit cruel everywhere. So yeah, I lost that confidence and I didn't want to speak. But eventually I became aware of it and wow, I mean, well, I'm 40 now. I was 39 yesterday, but I can rationalize that differently. I go, wow, but honestly, that happened when I was 14 years old. I'm not the same person. I've achieved all of this. I've done all of that. Okay, so I can start changing that decision I made unconsciously back then. And I can change definitely how I feel about it. And I can start moving towards what I want. And then what we've spoken about today, Bibi, the muscle. So the showing up muscle, it's not going to be like once you show up, it's probably going to be like show up and then you show up again and then you show up again and then you show up again. And it's lovely because it's just doing one thing that scares us on a daily basis or once a week or once a month. But then that bit is going to help us expand. So Bibi, thank you so much for sharing. It is a pleasure to have you here. Hey, and you know, matching colors, this is powerful. Familia, hey. Well, Herman, yeah. I mean, that's like, what's this guy from Star Wars?
Chewbacca.
Chewbacca. So that's Chewbacca.
I'm not gonna make the noises. Maybe my voice would work properly today. I wanted to share, because the showing up, Bibi, it's some of the things that I'm always discussing with Jose, because yeah, I think the more I practice, the more I am out, the more confident I become, because it's not about the knowledge. So basically, if I go here to the capabilities, I know I got the skills. I know I'm capable. I know the stuff, what I want to share. But sometimes I just doubt and I feel like I start like making myself less important and small somehow. So then is when I lose my confidence. And lately, what's been working for me is just I'm going there because I know I can share whatever I want. I am the, let's say, the authority in the room. And even if there was anybody else in the room, still, it doesn't matter. Obviously, there are going to be many people knowing more about different things. And I'm sure you're going to highlight on many others. So it's just about, yeah, just building the muscle again. That's the one. And showing up, then I would say the YouTube channel. Yeah, I don't know.
Okay, so that's a plan for us, yeah, to do videos weekly now, because we planned this 2 years ago, and I think it's finally going to happen. But it's down to Herman because I keep on showing up on different channels, and that's why I love you all to speak. And Craig, by the way, we're coming to you. I've just read your message. We're coming to you in a moment, my friend. Thank you so much for being here with us today as well. We use metaphors on many occasions, consciously or unconsciously, to represent a moment in our lives. And Herman said, well, I took it as, you know, you cannot get small, you shrink. So, and I was thinking as you were shrinking, and I'm going to put ideas in your head, okay? Simple, with a good intention. So if you're shrinking, I thought of you as a sponge. So imagine you inject loads of water to that sponge and that sponge goes for a moment right before you go and do something. Just thinking, what could happen? What could happen differently? Or how can you play around with that metaphor, with you shrinking, with you just getting up? What could happen for that to go the opposite? Always, every time you pick yourself, you spot, you know, a moment in which you're using a metaphor that is not serving you, what can you change it for? I used to picture myself blocking a river. Literally blocking a river. You're standing in there and the river wouldn't move me. Yeah, I felt strong and I was, yeah. What did I realize? I was blocking many things in my life. Not many things were flowing. I was stuck. And it was until that moment that I realized that when I expressed that metaphor, because someone asked me the question, when you are stuck, that to you is like what? And I came up with that metaphor. So he said, what could you do to change it? And then I just kind of move around. And then when I actually moved around, just the river took me. I lost control and that's it. It took me with it. Then there's been a process after that because I just don't want to be just, taken by the river flow anywhere in my life. So cool. Let's just see what Craig has got to say here. Focusing more on understanding what is truly important to me and how that can help drive what competencies I need and what specific behaviors I need to work on. Craig, that's fantastic. That's very rational. I would like to ask you, what are you going to be doing right away, right after this call, if you haven't started already, to do this? Okay, so share with us some actions. Share with us or share with you some actions. You don't necessarily need to type it, because what we want you all to do after these sessions is that you take action. Okay, implementation is key. You don't do much with knowledge unless you implement it. And implementation is a daily habit as well that will help you build that confidence and everything else that we've been speaking about. So thank you so much for sharing. I'm going to stop with the screen. Let me just look at the time, 10:37. People on Facebook, how are you doing? If you're not watching, I'm going to come after you. Yeah, this is how we roll in the Speak to Sell Yourself and Your Business community. I loved what BB shared. And this is an exercise I do. And this is, by the way, I haven't told many people this story. I'm about, okay? Well, no, actually, I'm not even about to. I'm on the day where I'm going to be doing my TEDx, okay? I'm up in Sheffield and with my parents. My parents, they're always with me, just like my brother, my wife, Sarah, her man's, I was going to say fiancé, sorry, a girlfriend. Okay, well, Sarah, I'm sorry. Oh, well, I'm not sorry. Maybe that's what's supposed to happen. And I went out because I was supposed to be delivering the session, well, the presentation, the talk at 2 p.m. And it's 12. So we went out. Let's just look for a coffee. We didn't find many nice coffee places in Sheffield. Maybe we were in the wrong area, not to judge too much. People, get yourself some proper coffee shops in there soon, pronto, if you want me to come back and deliver another TEDx. So I'm there and I receive a phone call. I just go, Jose, where are you? And well, buddy, I'm having the organizers. Yeah, where are you? I mean, your presentation is next. What do you mean? Well, I know it's next at 2. No, 12:30. Huh? Well, I'm having a coffee. I mean, that's in like 10 minutes. Yeah, where are you? Wow, thank you. What does the program say? Well, 2, but yeah, we move it forward. Okay, well, thank you. So you can imagine, I've been preparing for this more than a couple of hours. Yeah. The whole process may have taken a couple of years for me to actually get mentally ready to be on that stage and everything else, whatever the process was. I'm being rushed, last minute rushed, loving it. I started sweating, fight, flight, froze, disappear, kill you people for doing this to me. All of that is happening at the same time. And my mom shouting, oh, run, run, run. And it was just like, oh, goodness me. So by the time I get on the stage, you can imagine my state, even though I'm trying to, compose myself, catching my breath. And I realized they didn't put the mic on. They didn't give me the clicker. So I had to go back. And at the same time, I realized I wasn't wearing my jacket. So I had to go back as well and get my jacket on. And all of that, it's just like, okay. So it's just only adding stuff, farts to my brain, yeah? I had a great session. My TEDx got selected by TED. So it's on the TED platform as well, which doesn't happen to every TEDx. What I want to share with you is actually what I did in preparation for that day. Apart from practicing, rehearsing in front of the mirror, recording myself, asking people to give me feedback, all of the things I did something very similar to what Bibi said. I future-paced myself. I future-paced the heck out of myself and my presentation. What do I mean by this? I started putting myself a couple of seconds or even a minute after having successfully finished my TEDx. TED is coming next. And I would put myself in there, having successfully achieved it, done it. And I would connect with, the energy. Yes, I did it after 2 years and my dreams, and I did it in English, and I did it in front of an incredible audience, and I had a couple of hundreds people in there, and wow, fantastic. And people are, giving me a standing ovation, round of applause, and I'm loving it, and I'm there. Yeah. So with that energy, I would come back to the beginning and deliver the presentation exactly how I wanted to go. So I would present and I would engage with people, and I would see people. I close my eyes because I'm there again. So I'm seeing them, and and then, there's a disruption happening there, and I deal with it and all of this, and people are loving it, and everything is just flowing, smiles, connection, love. I love doing this. That means, I'm there to the end again. By the end of it, my level of energy is like 200%. Do it again, do it again, do it again. Same process over and over and over and over again. I must have done it like 300 times, because then you can do it quicker, because the mind, the mind is just about speed. So once you have it, yay, and I would be showering. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, there we go. Boom, 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 boom. I'm there in front of the audience, with all of this panic and everything else. I just took a deep breath. I look at them and I said, people, I've been here before. It feels like I know you already. Of course I did, because I had visualized this so many times, future-paced myself so many times, that nothing was going to stop me. Nothing could have stopped me, apart from being in alignment with my purpose and everything. But that moment in there helped me to reconnect with everything. I was just ready. My mind was ready. That's the future of future pacing. That's one of the things I always invite people to do, apart from rehearsing and everything else. Future pace yourself. Future pace yourself before you go and sell your product, promote something, before you speak to someone, before you go on a date, whatever that might be, whatever you think it might be a difficult situation. Picture it how you exactly want it to be. And having shared that, people, we spent around 45 minutes together. I would love to hear from you if you have any questions, anything you would like to shout out about. I know Bibi has done it already. Any comments? And if not, let me know, because then we wrap it up and I'll go out and enjoy as well. Not to say I'm not enjoying it here. I'm loving it.
I've got a couple of things I'd like to say. Firstly is, one, how did you get on the TEDx thing? Because that's a dream of mine that I've been trying to visualize but haven't got there yet. And secondly, you gave me a lyric for a line. I'm also a singer-songwriter and creating my own songs, co-writing with people all around the world at the minute. And let go of the river and let life flow. That's going to appear in one of my songs.
Oh, yes, Bibi. I loved it. I loved it. Well, and by the way, all of that is beautiful. You mentioned TEDx. I'm a TEDx curator. People, the organizers, I think after they put me in such a big trouble before my presentation, they felt sorry for me. Hopefully it was for something else as well. So they invited me to curate and coach some of the speakers this year. So if you want to do a TEDx, let's talk, because this year is already happening. It's already closed, but then maybe next year, if they do it again, I'm more than happy to guide you through the process so you can apply and hopefully you get selected if you want to. I know you do.
That's a done deal. We're there.
Fantastic. Well, what you can do, and the same with everyone here listening to this on replay as well, you can book a strategy call with me, 25 minutes, and we can put a plan together on how to get there. And I can tell you anything else you need. Thank you so much, Bibi, for sharing. I cannot wait for you to have that song. Yeah.
Let go of the river. That's a good title for a song, right?
Let go of the river. Yeah. Wow. There we go. That's the beauty of metaphors. And that is why. Thank you so much, Bibi. It's been a pleasure having you here, as well as all of you, of course. Because every time we share, there is cross-pollination taking place. We all learn from each other. That's the beauty of, standing up and sharing, speaking up, contributing, adding value, just asking questions. So people, thank you so much for being with us today, for being part of the Speak to Sell Yourself and Your Business show, which happens every Thursday, 10 a.m. What am I going to be speaking about next week? A bit of a different topic. Marketing. Broad. Marketing plan, still broad. I'm going to give you a short and sweet structure that you can do to create a marketing plan that will work for your business, that we're using for browsing marketing, that we're using for finding excellence, which, by the way, is changing now. My brand, Jose Ucar, has taken over. So it's going to be like Jose Ucar moving forward, but again, finding excellence still in the back because I do want to support people to become remarkable. So join us next week. This is about marketing to create a profitable business. Even if you're established already, whatever that might be, I'm going to show you the structure from understanding what's going on in the environment, okay, all that situational analysis, all the way to setting up your objectives, different tactics, actions, all the way to the point in which you set some KPIs to make sure you're achieving the goals or the objectives or the outcomes for your business. Join us. It's going to be another session like this, and we have got a few more sessions. I think the last one is going to be on the 15th or the 16th of December. Then we're taking a break, and then we're coming back, and you guys rock. Craig, thank you so much. Thank you, Bibi. Thank you, Rashmi. Thank you, Jose. There's another Jose. Oh, hold on a second. Craig is sharing. People, don't go yet. Don't go. So my action. Okay, sorry. It was a direct message. So Craig, I'll keep it for myself just in case. Thank you so much. I understand if you sent it to me. Cool. Okay, I'll keep it to myself. People, love you. See you soon. Share. Invite people to join this community if you think there's value for them. And I'll see you all very, very soon again. Bye-bye. Woohoo.
Bye-bye. Pleasure. See you next week. Woo. Yay.